And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to another week, another edition of the KSL, the Korean Starcraft League, week number 26. I'm, of course, your live VIP, and with me, I'm joined by the lovely and beautiful people in the chat. Oh my god, as we're going for 15-15. Welcome, everyone. Buenos dias, and we have quite an interesting bracket today. Exclamation mark B in the chat if you guys want to have a look at the bracket yourselves. Hold on. Exclamation mark B. Beautiful, amazing. Oh, I need to fix that. As we're getting into this morning, in the top right hand corner of Royal Blood, we have the South Korean Zerg player representing we have the South Korean Zerg player currently teamless. It is DRG. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the South Korean Terran player living in the land of Japan. It is HonMonO. Here we go, and yeah, we are just going to be commencing the event here and just very quickly setting everything up. I totally did not wake up and get out of bed just as the games were starting. It's crazy. Very little time to prepare here, but it's all good. It's all good. I haven't tweeted yet, Bobby. I haven't tweeted. Ay. So I'm just trying to get everything going as quickly as I can, and set up all the commands and all that good stuff. But interesting. We do have some pretty interesting openers. DRG did go for a 15-15. Did go for a faster hatchery here into a faster spawning pool. Is going to mean a faster queens overall available for DRG. So very safe play. He wants to try to cut lings as best he can. Meanwhile, I think this is the first time we're seeing HonMonO go for an opener like this. As oh, my mistake. There we go. I think this is the first time we're seeing HonMonO go for a 2x opener, so I'm excited. I'm excited to see HonMonO go for the Beyond opener, go for the 2x on low ground, and we'll see what he can get done here as the first Reaper makes it across the map, and it looks like one drone is not going to go down. Two spores are thrown down instead, and HonMonO, he wants that drone. We'll get it. Oh god, the intercept. Drone goes down, but DRG shuts down the first Reaper. Good control from DRG. Another Reaper comes in to disrupt the mining, but no, alas, the workers will be safe and sound. And this has been well worth it for DRG. One drone for one Reaper. One drone for one Reaper, but it looks like we are continuing Reaper production. Interesting. So we do see HonMonO making a third and now a fourth Reaper from back home, and he's not stopping either. Finally, he's going straight into a third seat. Jeez, oh my god. He's going straight into a third. Bobby. Not something we see too often. Okay, very interesting. Hold on, that's gonna try to fix this to make sure that everyone knows who is playing and what is going on. Bam, there we go. Beautiful. So yeah, we just continued Reaper production, so we went 5 Reapers in total. One Queen goes down as well. HonMonO doing a surprising amount of damage here. So yeah, looking at the units last time, getting one drone, getting one Queen, gonna be containing DRG obviously to these 2 bases. So yeah, piecing this all together here. So HonMonO, he did go for additional Reapers, which is typically ill-advised. This obviously gets another Queen. Oh my god. Second Queen goes down. Doesn't get the third Queen yet. But yeah, so typically you don't go for this many Reapers. The reason for this is that it delays your add-ons. It delays your stim, delays your reactor, your tech lab, and delays your transition. And roaches are on the way, so HonMonO, he's still going to be in some trouble. But we saw that the reason why we saw continued Reapers was not for damage. I mean, damage was done, don't get me wrong. It was for a faster third. So again, HonMonO being very greedy behind this. We're going straight into a tank. HonMonO, he hasn't seen too much. He has seen the lair. And there we go. Did see the Roach War, and DRG making a massive amount of roaches, going straight into roach speed. A roach push is upon us, but HonMonO is getting ready for it back at home with that first tank Overseer comes in, gets the scout off, is going to scout the tank, obviously, that is on the way. We have a bunker, 2 bunkers even, outside the natural base here to cover the production, to cover these Rexes, to make sure that Stim does finish. As the roaches are now out. I'm trying to set up Nightbot. I'm trying to set up Nightbot. As again, it looks like the Reapers are trying to get a read on these roaches. They're trying to get a read on whether or not a move out is coming, so he can react in time. And okay, the bracket should be looking a little bit better. I appreciate the DRG, he's kind of faking him out. He is moving out with some roaches, but he's trying to force an overreaction, and he has forced 2 bunkers out of his opponents. He's forced a bunch of tanks out as well, a delay on those medevacs, and DRG, really, he's just making roaches to defend to secure his position, and he's going straight into a Spire instead. The Reapers, they do avoid those roaches. 3 of them do get into the main. We are down to 2, and can we scout the Spire? Can we get into the natural base? It looks like we cannot. Again, a really good positioning from a DRG. Able to keep up, able to shut down every single Reaper. Mutas are on the way, and HonMonO has no idea. HonMonO has no idea. As he's working on his own push, is going to be spotted by the Overseer. Overlords are in position, and yeah, HonMonO, he is already repositioning his own army, getting his roaches ready. Ravagers are morphing in. Mutas are out. Mutas aren't going to help as much for this push, but at the same time, we don't have that many Marines. We don't have that many, as the Mutas are going to be coming in from behind. Marines need to be in position. The roaches, the Ravagers are pushing on forward as well. Big tank volleys going off on the ground army. But look at the anti-air. It's gone at this point. The Marines, they get targeted down. Even though the tanks win out on the ground, even though the majority of the roaches did fall here to the army of HonMonO, the Mutas are going to clean this up. The Mutas will clean everything up. And that was the entire army of HonMonO. His tank count has been reset. He's been working on this. He's been building this up this entire time, and alas, the Mutas are going to reign supreme. We do have a couple more Marines coming out, protecting the 3rd base. They do leave everything else exposed. Marines are falling left and right as they finally make their way to the main. And DRG, he is happily droning behind this. He's got his 3rd base fully saturated. 4th base should be on the horizon as well. 1-1 on the way. And we're going back into roach production. We are done with the Mutas for now. And yeah, DRG, the world is kind of his oyster from here. He can do whatever he wants, wherever he goes. Mutas, they do dip into the natural base as well. They're going to get even more damage. And again, HonMonO, he's just having a hard time keeping up. Not like this, Bobby, not like this. Just getting a couple of other things ready. Okay, bracket command should be updated. It should be updated in the chat. And yeah, from here, DRG, he's kind of snowballing out of control. He's maxing out on Roach Ravager. The Mutas is still a thorn in HonMonO's side. Turrets are doing well for themselves. SimCity is okay. The tanks are unsieged. DRG is going to have a window here. As soon as 1-1 is done, where he's going to crash on 40s, up 80 supply. And HonMonO, he's in position. He's going to be looking to receive, but we'll see if he can. We'll see, puppy. We'll see. As DRG, he is now maxed out, pushing on forward here. The boys are being pulled because they have to be, and HonMonO, he's going to try to go for a miracle defense. The biles are connecting. The boys are going down one after the other. 21 SCVs full already. A tank goes down as well. And HonMonO, he's not going to be able to hold on. GG gets called, and DRG takes game number 1. GG, well played. Again, things initially were looking okay for HonMonO, the most honorable of honorables, but alas, could not keep up with Tongregu. The meters weren't scattered. The spire was not seen, and HonMonO was playing in the dark, committed to his own push, not really knowing what he was going up against, not really knowing what he was in for. So GG, well played. I know I need to fix up my cam. I just need to very quickly set up a tweet. Just very quickly trying to tweet here. We're just doing everything on the fly, Papi. It's okay. Oh. Shout out to the players. I may have entered the wrong lobby, but we found our way in. We found our way in. Beautiful. And game 2 is going to be on Ancient Cistern. They picked Altitude first, but alas, it's going to be on Ancient Cistern for game number 2. Where is it? KSL. Sorry, so usually I do all these tweets and I do all these posts in the countdown screen, but I was a little bit late. So it's okay, Papi, it's okay. Alright, tweet this out, tweet this out. Beautiful. Here we go. We're getting into game number 2, and once again, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Ancient Cistern, we have the South Korean Zerg player up in this series 1-0, going for another 15 hatch into a 15 pool. It is DRG. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the South Korean Terran player living in the land of Japan, the cheesiest Terran player in the Korean server. It is HonMonO, going for a proxy 2-rax. Oh, let's go. Let us go, Papi. I mean, it shouldn't really be too much of a surprise here, but of course, HonMonO being very aggressive in this series. Game 1, we saw him go for a much more standard opener, going for a 2-rax on the low ground. But now he's technically going 2-rax, but it's across the map instead. We'll see if DRG can get a read on what is going on. We'll see if he can react appropriately to what HonMonO is up to. I'm now just working on the Discord post. Don't worry about me. Okay, I'm getting there. But yeah, for the time being, we do see the Overlords moving out. Going to be scouting for a proxy over towards the left-hand side. Is not going to come across anything, though, as the SCV is coming in and is spotted by the Overlord of DRG. That was really suspect positioning here. For the SCV to come in from the right-hand side, the boys are being pulled, and this bunker is not going to finish. Meanwhile, it's a 3-rax, not a 2-rax, so DRG, for a moment, he pulled the boys. For a moment, he did pull his workers. But alas, he already got a cancel on that bunker. He can go back to mining, and he's going to be checking and confirming what he's up against. And it's going to be 3-rax Reaper here from his opponent. Reapers make their way in. Bunker is thrown down in between the bases. Bunker is on the way, but the Queens are now out already as well, and that bunker, it's not going to finish things. It's just going from bad to worse here for HonMonO. Without these bunkers, these Reapers, they're just not anywhere near as threatening to his opponent. Oh, but the Reaper count is getting high. The Queens are getting caught off creep. He can maybe get one, maybe even 2 of these Queens. Just get one. HonMonO, he is actually getting damage done. He's looking to snowball out of control. There's only one Queen left. Another Queen just comes out. Oh, And he's gotten the second queen, but we are running out of Reapers. We're running out of steam. The bunker is going to finish, but it's far back. There's not really much that can be done with this bunker location, unfortunately. As HonMonO is continuing Reaper production. Ling speed just now starting. Oh, this is a little bit brutal here for DRG. HonMonO, can he make this work? So DRG, he did delay his Ling speed. Sorry, he did delay his his gas mining earlier because of his opener, of course. Lings are going down. And as DRG tries to go for this round, we can kite for days here. HonMonO going to clean up the majority of these things, but he's being cornered. Up. He gets the queen. Falls back. GG gets called, and HonMonO has done it. He takes game number 2. We have a series. GG. Oh, let's go. For those wondering, DRG, because he went for a 15-15, his gas mining was really delayed. Ling speed was very delayed as well. And yeah, HonMonO, he was able to snowball out of control there towards the end. Really good target firing on those queens. Without Ling speed, there was never really an opportunity for for DRG to collapse on that army. GG. GG, well played. Let's go. We have a series. That is what's important. That is what matters. We do have a series. And I'm just getting things ready here for game number 3 for the ace match. HonMonO, he's a man of many names. On macro, on mech, on mono at times, but here he's HonMonO, puppy. He's back. It's been a while. It has been a while since we have seen him. But he has returned. Now in the bottom right hand corner we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Zerg player representing himself. It is DRG. And spawning in the top left hand corner we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Terran living in the land of Japan. It is HonMonO. Today looking to be living up to his nickname. He is HonMonO here on Neo Humanity, on Ancient Cistern in this series. Taking DRG to the ace match, not an easy thing to do with a cheeky proxy 3 racks. Now the Raxes are back at home in a very interesting location. I'm a little bit perplexed. I'm a little bit confused as to the positioning here of the racks, especially in this matchup. Oh, that's I'm just trying to set some things up, but yeah. So he's going for the racks here as a part of the Reaper cliff. Okay, so what this means is that the Reaper is actually going to get across the map faster because it's a part of this cliff. It can be a slightly more aggressive here. We're going for a CC on the high ground. Oh my god. Okay. HonMonO. You got my attention. Interesting. Hold on, I'm just making sure we can get our posts going as well. And there we go. Yeah, so it's going to be a Rex expand, but a CC on the high ground. Overlord comes in and DRG's in the dark. He, I'm sure, is assuming it's going to be another proxy as the CC is missing. The Overlord sees nothing. And even if the Overlord dipped in towards the ramp, he would also see that there is no racks. So, yeah, a lot of mind games going on here from DRG. HonMonO back at home, overreacting, going for a spine crawler, making lings. Oh my god, HonMonO doing a great job at just mind gaming his opponent and playing out this series, and DRG, after that loss, taking this very seriously. And this is hurting DRG. He's not making drones, he's making lings, making more queens, he's keeping himself on 2 bases for no reason. Finishing that spine crawler. Yeah, this is working wonders for HonMonO. Now, Oh my god, as he goes straight into a third CC before Starport. So a very economic opener here from HonMonO. DRG still trying to piece this together. Link speed is on the way. The Reaper, is going to be denied entry into the main base. But again, DRG is overreacting. He's staying in gas, so it looks like he may go 2-base Lair again. And this is the problem. Even though HonMonO, he's doing a lot of damage, and finally, he's about to reveal himself. DRG sees the CC being floated over. He now knows that he's been bamboozled. But DRG can make something happen here. There we get it. There it is. Bane bust. I was about to say that HonMonO may just be poking the bear because he's getting ahead. He's just, tricking DRG here. And DRG, he's one to make use of what he has. He has lemons. It's time to make some lemonade. Let's go. Bailey Ness is on the way. Lings are in production. We are going to be looking to bust DRG. Can DRG hold? He's got Hellions on the way. Banshees as well. We need a bunker. Well, we need HonMonO to scout what's going on. He has seen nothing. It could be 2-base Lair again for all he knows. It could be a 2-base Roach all in. Could be a Bane bust. Oh my god, he's going into a fusion core. We need a wall. We need a wall, Papi. That's all. That's gonna be the start of the defense. But for the time being, HonMonO has no idea what is going on. And that may just kill him. That may just kill him. Hellions have just been scouted. They have just been scouted by his opponent. Here we go. The Mass Ling is starting to move out. DRG has control. This is Onaga, so he knows he's safe to move out here. Takes control of the other as well. Banshee is dipping out. Lair is on the way. And another Gas Geyser. Okay, so upon seeing the Hellions, I think this makes sense. Hellions are really good against Ling main. DRG is transitioning. We do see a scan into the main base. Lair is spotted. HonMonO should recognize that this Lair is late. If this was 2-base Lair, this Lair is delayed. So I'm sure HonMonO is still trying to piece it all together. With that fusion core, he's going into BCs. First battle cruiser's on the way, third base as well. DRG is droning, so it looks like he has given up on his, he doesn't really have the confidence to make this Bane bust work. So DRG is droning out of this, taking all gases. It looks like 2-base Spire. Yeah, there it is. Spire is on the way. HonMonO is still sharking around, still trying to figure out what's going on. It's going to be mech from HonMonO with a second and a third factory in production. Scan into the natural, does spot the Spire. He knows. And the Lings go for a big counter attack. CC is exposed. The wall is not a wall either. The BC is revealed. And the Lings are looking for a surround. So far, really good kiting. So far, the boys are being pulled. And, SCVs are going down. 5 SCVs. But we defend. HonMonO, he cleans up the Lings. Hellions are moving out. BC also moving out across the map. But DRG's already got Queens on the way. And with this Spire, he can go into defensive mutants or even Corruptors. Airport does go down. BC is making its way to the third base of DRG. Lings once again going for a big counterattack, but HonMonO does spot it ahead of time. Does react. Now, if the BC count is low, mutas can still deal with it. Like, I'm talking like 10 mutas, they can deal with the BC. And there we go, 9 mutas are on the way. One lone battle cruiser is not going to be enough here to survive against all these mutas back at home. Turrets are in production. We're trying to... we're supply blocked. Trying to get into Cyclones. There it is. The BC has arrived. Yamato is done. And it's going to have to teleport the hell out of here. Now that supply block may just kill HonMonO. He needs as many or as much anti-air as possible, and he doesn't have much. Despite seeing that Spire ahead of time. He's got Macfield accelerators on the way. Additional Cyclones. DRG, he's playing this out very safe. Doesn't want to throw away his army. Doesn't want to throw away those mutas. Does find that Banshee. See the chat. Rowdy. The hungest of monos. Oh, it's amazing. And the game has, for the most part, equalized. Earlier, DRG was stuck on 2 bases. Earlier, DRG was overreacting, and he went for a Bane bust that never came to fruition. But he has recovered. He's now up on workers. He's now got a 4th base. He has a rich Vespian Gas Geyser. The mutas are giving DRG a lot of map control, so he is under no threat of Hellion run-bys. I do think Hellion run-bys could do damage, but as we can see, DRG had controlled the Xel'Naga, and the mutas are looking to clean this up. So the game has equalized. For all intensive purposes, they have evened up. DRG even, I would even say that DRG is maybe ahead right now. Like, he's just got a lot of freedom available to him. He's able to drone. And able to get into a better army. Meanwhile, the mutas, they come in. They do not take down the BC. Barely escapes, but that's a lot of mutas. 22 Mutalisks. Meanwhile, Infestation Bit is on the way. No Roach Warren, which is crazy. Straight up Ling Muta into maybe Ultras. I'm curious as to what that Infestation Bit is going to be for. We could go straight to Broodlords, I guess, into a Greater Spire. But now the Mass Muta is going to be the composition of Muta Link Bane. Composition of HonMonO. Bailey's are rolling on in, looking to connect with those Cyclones. Decent connections with the Cyclones. They do hold on. A lot of connections, a lot of lock-ons on the mutas. But another wave of Bailings do come in. And the Hellions are getting annihilated. Lings are closing the distance. HonMonO does hold, but not without losing 8 SCVs. Oof. Mines are being moved into position. DRG, fully saturated, getting his 5th base up and running. And the Hive should be soon on the way. But yeah, at this point, I would say that DRG is now firmly ahead. At least until HonMonO can get this base up and running. Like, HonMonO, he's still really struggling to max out. He's got tanks in production, more Cyclones, more Hellions, a bit of everything. He still has not stabilized. Oh, and this CC may not get up and running. Bailings once again rolling on in. Oh! Decent mine connection. But you can see that HonMonO, he has to respect these Bailings so much. Big connections. 21 SCVs go down. And the mutas, they get into the main. It's just snowballing out of control. HonMonO, he had such a good start. He had such a good start, but had a really hard time responding and reacting to these mutas. Everything is going down. Big canal. Oh my god. Big mine shot goes off. But even with that, DRG is up 60 supply. HonMonO just lost all his workers. He's really struggling to expand. To get into this army, I'm really not loving the Liberators. We have Liberators in production here for HonMonO, and they're not amazing as Lingbane or even mutas either. Like, I know they have a little bit of splash damage with their attacks, but it's not helping too much. It took us a little bit too long to get into tanks as well to really fortify this position. So if you're going for like this Hellion Cyclone battle mech style, it's a style that has to be really active on the map. Against mutas, clearly we can't really be active against this, so I would have advised Thor Tank as a more defensive line. Here we go. Swarm hosts are coming in, Locust Wave is coming out, and HonMonO is just having a really hard time engaging. The Swarm hosts zone him away. Lings get into the mineral line. Bailings roll in as well. GG gets called. Well played, good luck, as DRG will take the series 2-1, advancing on to the next round. GG. GG, well played. More of a back and forth ace match there. It did go back and forth, and HonMonO had his moments. He was ahead, especially in the first 7 or so minutes of the game. Really impressive. But DRG was able to bring it all back with the Spire play with the Mutas. Was able to shut down HonMonO. The other unfortunate thing for HonMonO is that he was going BC. I think the BC hurt him more than it helped him. What it did was it was a big investment into the fusion core, a lot of time invested into making that first battle cruiser, and DRG happened to be going for a Spire anyway. So he already had an answer to the BC and he shut it down. Again, just a big investment that just never paid for itself. Whereas HonMonO, he could have, you know, spent that gas and those resources elsewhere, maybe into a faster second factory, into more Hellions, into Blue Flame, into faster Cyclone production. It could have been spent elsewhere. It took a little bit too long for HonMonO to realize what was going on, to see that Spire, to react to that Spire. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations to DRG for advancing on here in the tournament. I should fix his race logo. There we go. Beautiful. And DRG is going to be going up against the winner. Oh my. He's going to be going up against the winner of Dark and Buckstar. Buckstar shot. Okay.